Hold on, let me turn mine down. There we go.
All right, cool. What up, Instagram? What up, YouTube? It look like we got people already tapped in. What's going on? What's happening? So listen, we got a couple things here. I'm gonna bring up Miss Twana Moore of Girl Code Win. She is in the audience and she's across my screen right now on YouTube. Oops. I'm DJing from a lot of places tonight, so y'all be patient with me. But yeah, man, we got some good conversation. We're talking about target. Let me turn mine down there. I think that might be it. All right, cool. All right, so everybody on Instagram, can y'all hear me? Instagram, if y'all can hear me, go ahead and give some hearts. On YouTube, if y'all can hear me, go ahead and give me some hearts. Today we got Miss Twana Moore, Girl Code Win, personally she herself, and we are going to be talking about target audience tonight and the importance of finding your target audience. And I'm gonna go ahead and turn it over to you, Twana, to tell the people who everybody already know who you is, but tell them who you is.
What's up? My name is Twana. I am an e-commerce brand owner. I own a t-shirt brand called Personally She, and I'm also an e-commerce coach. And so my superpower is helping people identify their target audience and really diving deep into who their target audience is. A lot of people don't realize how deeply they need to know their target audience. They just think age, gender, and so forth, and just kind of stop there. And so, yeah, so that's kind of my superpower. So that's what I what I enjoy helping people do.
So you said something there that stood out to me. So you said superpower. Like why did you out of everything that you could have done, why superpower for the target audience?
You know what? I don't know. I feel like I was able to get a hold of it and grasp it pretty easily once I identified what's the importance of it. And so once I identified the importance of it, I definitely saw huge growth in my brand, because then I was able to craft my messages for, the specific person I was trying to reach. And so I did really well on identifying it with my brand. And so once I started talking to other people and helping other people, one of the main questions I would get all the time is about like sales, or how do I get my sales, or how do I get, people to engage with my Instagram, or how do I get more followers and things like that. And one of my first questions is usually always, so who's your target audience?
Right.
And I was noticing most people were like, or I'm not really sure, or that's where I need help. Or they would think they know, and they'd be like, oh, it's women between the ages of 18 and 55. And I'm like, that's kind of broad. So yeah, so that's just kind of what I focused in on, because I know the importance of having that down. Like once you get that, like it's only up from there. So yeah,
right.
I focused on.
So I was just on a call. I was on a call with the Inner Circle, and a lot of people, I had probably maybe like 3-4 people who asked me about target audience, right? Why do you feel people struggle with that so much? Like, why is it, that they create these brands, but they struggle with figuring out who their audience is? Like, where can they get it right instead of creating and then trying to find an audience later on?
Yeah, I think most people, they just don't know. Most people just don't know what they don't know. And they don't know that connection. I know I didn't at all. Like it was not a business major in school. Like I didn't take any business classes in school. So when I jumped into becoming a business owner, like I just jumped in for real. And I didn't really know any of the business or marketing components to running a business. And so most people are like that as well. They're just kind of jumping in, don't really have a business background or business experience. And so they identify what they want to sell, like, oh, okay, I want to sell blah, 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 but then don't really understand the importance of, that making that connection and how they need to connect their products and, the things that they're selling to the people who are going to want it. So it's honestly just a matter of they don't know what they don't know.
They don't know. And I think that's what it's about. I think people like, I want to just make this brand. Like I got this t-shirt idea. I want to make this brand. you know, they have the idea of like, okay, I want to make it about this. Like, I got this cool idea, but like you said, they just, you know, they don't think about it and then wonder at the very beginning why they may be struggling and stuff like that. So how did you, when you figured it out, how did you come across like, okay, this is my people, this is my tribe that I'm attracting? Like, how you find it out?
Yeah, so I already knew who I wanted to focus on from the beginning. However, I did not start with who I wanted to focus on because I had people in my ear saying I initially knew I wanted to focus on Black women. Like I knew Black women was going to be my market, but then I had people telling me, well, why you just want to limit it to Black women and you know, you can make more money if you open it up to more people. And again, me not having a business background, I'm like, oh, okay, all right, cool. Open up more people, get more money. That's what people think. And that's one of the reasons people are afraid to narrow down too, is because they think, well, if I open it up to everybody, then I have a better chance of getting more money, when it's actually the complete opposite of that. So I knew who I wanted to focus on from the beginning. I just went astray and I just started trying to focus on everybody. And when I tell you everybody, I mean like everybody. I was doing custom t-shirts. I was going to like women business owner networking events, trying to convince the women there to let me make like logo shirts for them and shirts for their businesses. Like I was all over the place. So it was completely all over the place. Like the reel that I did, I was scrolling through and looking at all the different t-shirt sayings that I wanted to put on a shirt, and they're all over the place. And so once I did learn the importance of target audience and narrowing it down, then that's when I was like, okay, cool. And so I really had somebody to do, and it was Fitz. I had Fitz who basically broke it down for me and was like, listen, like if you stand on this crowded street and you've got this large group of people and you just start screaming out, hey, you know what I'm saying? Like you're going to get some people to turn around, but you're going to get some people to ignore you because you're not talking to them. You just saying, hey, and then some of the people who do turn around are not going to be the people whose attention you're trying to get. And so once you start to narrow down your message and what you're saying, hey, women, then that, you know, narrows it down a little bit more. So then the men know to keep walking. The women may turn around. They still may not. Then if you narrow it down a little bit more, hey, women with children, women with teenagers, women with teenagers who are about to go off to college, you know, and you start getting more focused in your message, then bam, that's when you start getting the people that you're really trying to attract. And so once I got that, it was game on.
Hey, shout out, man. Hey, I love teaching points, man. Big up the Fitz, man. I love when stuff is broken down in a different way that it's just like, I can understand that. You said if you in the middle of the street and it's a whole bunch of people walking on the street and you yell out, hey, everybody will turn around, but they don't know. Or some people turn around, they don't know exactly for them. But you say, hey, women, hey, children, whatever. Ooh,
Yeah.
yeah. Hey, y'all, hey, everybody on Instagram, hey, man, y'all go to YouTube because I think some of y'all talking about the echo is bad. Everybody, I tried to cater to both sides, but it looked like I think what I need is probably some earphones. That would have probably helped, but it's all good. Hey, everybody on Instagram, go to YouTube. I'm gonna close the Instagram off. Y'all come over to YouTube, T-shirt Millionaires, YouTube. Come over live. I'm closing down, so y'all come on.
Girl Code Winning Crew, come on over. T-shirt Millionaires.
Bet. All right, so look. That's crazy. I love that. Like, dang, I never heard that example before. That's hard. That's hard. Okay. So you start doing that. So when you did that, like what changes did you see in your business? Like what started happening?
Man, like people start naturally gravitating towards me, like because the messages that I was putting out, you know, the shirt designs I started creating, the caption of my Instagram posts, things like that, like it was really resonating with people then. And then the followers just started coming in. Then the people who were running across my content, they were sharing it with their girls who they know related as well with my brand. And so yeah, it just started taking off from there, really.
Wow, that's hard. Okay, all right. So look, so tell me this. So you found your message, you found your people, but how did you start reaching them people? Right. So you knew who they were, but how did you start reaching them though? Like that, because I think people struggle with that too. It's like, okay, they might think they know who their target audience is, but they're not sure how to test that message or where to find them. Like, how does that? What comes into play there? How can they make that connection?
Yeah. So at that point, like I said, I knew I wanted Black women to be my target market, but target market is still wide. Right. So you still want to narrow down to a target audience, because Black women are different. So what kind of Black woman did I want to go after, And so once I realized I needed to go deeper, then I did. And so my target audience then became college educated, bougie hood Black women. So she may have grown up in the hood, and then, now she's living a suburban life. She has she may have a corporate job, working a boardroom, and, can turn on the code switching. But then when she get in her car, she bumping trap music.
That sounds like somebody I know. Hey, okay.
So once I started to know more about exactly who it is I'm targeting, I'm like, okay, well, this type of person, like, she likes brunches. So then I knew to start targeting things dealing with brunch. Then I'm like, okay, so what type of TV shows would she like? What type of Instagram pages would she be following? What Facebook groups would she be in? I had to start trying to identify that other information about her to start figuring out where she's hanging out. And then as people started coming in, like as I was getting followers, I was stalking them. So I would go to their page, when I got a new follower, I would go to their page. And if their page was public, I'll scroll through their page and see, who are the people that they're following, what sorts of things are they posting? Who are they tagging in their posts, and so forth. And so that, I just put it like this. When it comes to your target audience, it is like a relationship, like any other relationship you have, like a marriage, like you dating someone, like you having a friendship, whatever the case may be. You have to nurture it, and you have to get to know that person, to know what they like, what they don't like, and so forth. And so if you find a cute dude that, you guys exchange phone numbers, and you find him on Instagram, you're going to be all up in his Instagram page, seeing what he got going on. What he's doing. Like, okay, let me see what this dude about. Hold on. Let me
stalk it. Yeah.
It's the same thing. You do that same thing for the people who are in your target audience. Just get to know them more, and so forth. And so, that's what I started doing. And then I took it a level further, and then I started also surveying my customers. So the people who signed up for my email list, the people who were following me, I would do polls and things like that on Instagram. I would send out a survey via email, and so forth. So, yeah.
Wow. Hey, she just said, if you like somebody, you're going to be all through their page, seeing what they about, you know what I'm saying? What they doing, you know what I'm saying? Hey, is y'all putting that much effort into finding your target audience and the people who want to spin with you, man? They want to shop with you. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Nikita said that's counseling. She got counseling. Counseling hearts. Wow. Hey, everybody in the audience, everybody right now, if you don't know your target audience, go ahead and type 1 in the chat. Go ahead and type 1 for us. If you don't know who your target audience is, and it's okay. We the T-shirt Millionaires family, all right? So it's all good. But if you don't know, go ahead and type 1. I'm interested to know. So, all right, Twana. So you said go to these pages and see what's out there. So when you go to these pages and you look at this content, are you doing something with the content? Are you using it in your shirts, like your content, and your social media page? Like, what you doing with that content?
Man, so various things. So I'll like, for example, one example that I'll give is like, once I started surveying my customers, like one of the questions that I ask is, what TV shows do you watch?
Wow.
And so when they started, responding and telling me TV shows, then I'm like, okay, I need to be up on what's going on, because I need to, relate that to the messages that I'm putting out somehow. So one of the shows that my my target audience watches a lot is shoot, like now I can Insecure. Insecure is one of them. So, and I'm not much of a TV watcher at all, but I had to try to stay up on what was happening. Because if it was something major going on that people were talking about, then I wanted to slide that on into my content too. You know what I'm saying? Because people are already talking about it. It's already hot and trending right now. So yeah, so that's one way I used it. And then also, like if I went to their page and then I went to who they follow, and then I will look at the brands and the pages that they're following. And if they're following a page that I feel like, oh man, yeah, I probably got a lot of people who are my target audience who follows this page. Let me follow this page too. And then I would be looking through their comments and engaging in their comments and so forth. And so, yeah.
Hey, so oh man, y'all better catch this game, man. So you said you went to the pages, but you also went to the pages that they follow and you checked out who they was connected to and who they was rocking. That's crazy.
Oh yeah.
That's crazy. I ain't thought about that. That's crazy. Okay. All right. So that's fire. So you built up like this tribe, like, so you start, you got your message out there. You do this research, you start talking to your audience, you do all these different things. And then you've built like this tribe. So how do you keep this tribe together? Like, what's the things that you've done to really like make them rally around you? You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah,
we spoke in the last conversation. I know you call your tribe girlfriends, but how you like tell me the importance of like building a tribe, you know what I'm saying, around your brand. Like you've built a community around your brand. What's the importance of that? What's the importance of that?
Man, it's huge because people buy from people. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
Like, especially when it comes to smaller brands and brands who may just be starting. If you're not well known yet, it's the connection to the brand that people that makes people keep coming back. It's the customer service that you give. It's you being relatable. It's them getting to know you on a more personal level than just being, the business owner or whatever the case may be. And so one of the things I did a lot when I got new followers is I send them a message that just said, hey, thank you so much for following me. I'm the owner. Please let me know if you need anything.
Wow.
I didn't try to sell them anything.
Wow.
I ain't send them a coupon code.
Wow.
Send them to my website. I genuinely wanted to thank them for following me. And 9 times out of 10, people responded. Well, the people who did respond, they responded and was like, I've never had a business do that before.
Wow.
Oh my gosh. And it makes them feel special. So that's the start of creating that relationship. And then I follow back. And when I back, then I engaged on their pages. I responded to their stories when they posted stuff. And then that builds a relationship. And so there's there are a ton of my customers and my girlfriends where like we just have straight up conversations in the DM, like we homegirls.
Wow.
Like we're homegirls. And so that's how I approach everything. That's my Instagram post come from, they're like, I'm posting to my girlfriends. My emails are the what I put in it. It's when they read it, I've had people tell me like, I feel like we're friends. I feel like you sent that email to just me. And so storytelling is huge in brand building. And so, you have to build a connection with the people who you want to be your customers and especially your repeat customers. So that's what I did.
Yo, that's crazy. I can appreciate it. And I think everybody in the audience, like, I want y'all to pay attention to like how Twana's talking about she's not really viewing her customers as customers. You know what I'm saying? Like she's talking about reaching out and not asking for anything, just connecting on a deeper level, and that's been the things that's allowed her people. It's not just customers, but she's built a community of people that's just rocking with her. And I think that, people, y'all can benefit. Like if y'all learn how to build a community around your brand, not just selling off one-off t-shirts, but people who can rock with you, what you represent. You could take things so far and they champion it. I've seen it. I see it what you got going on. You know what I'm saying? I see it. I had the interview with the craft besties Man, they was all in my comments putting beehive, all that type stuff. You know what I'm saying? But that's the value of tribe. And I just think that's so powerful. And I think those are some gems. So listen, first off, a couple things. We had Langston said Twana helped me target in on my audience by asking me 2 questions and checking my answer. Made me go, oh, what damn. She the truth. She the truth with it. Okay. Hey, I'm glad you got some value from that. And then Steven say, I need a one-on-one. All right. So listen, real quick, we're going to continue this convo, but I know that, you know what I'm saying, Twana, like, listen, I'm glad that y'all getting these gems because, listen, this is the foundation. You know what I'm saying? Like, it ain't no point of, like, building, like, you trying to build a brand, but if your foundation not solid, you ain't got nothing to build on. It's going to shake, something going to shake, and you just going to crumble all down. We don't want that. You know what I'm saying? We want you to have a solid foundation. So Twana's going to have a workshop. You know what I'm saying? She teaching people how to do this. So Twana, real quick, talk about this workshop. I'm going to go ahead and throw it in the chat, but talk about this workshop real quick.
Yeah, so I'm doing a 3-hour live workshop tomorrow. It's from 5 to 8 Central Standard Time. And so in that workshop, like, we are diving deep into the 4 categories you need to know about your target audience, which most people aren't even aware of. And so the first one is demographics. That's what most people get already. Those are the easier things to understand. And so that's like the age, gender, race, religion, things like that, things that are just easier for you to identify. And that's where a lot of people stop.
Right.
The next one is geographic, and people who are in e-commerce think, okay, well, I sell online, so I don't really need to know any, geographical information because I sell to everybody, in any location or whatever the case may be. And that's not the case at all. You still need to be able to identify what areas your particular target market is in. Like, for example, again, my target audience is Black women. So I probably don't want to be marketing to places that don't have a lot of Black women.
Right.
You know?
Right. That applies. Okay.
So you have to know that information as well. And the next one is psychographics. Most people really don't know this part. That's the psychological, that's the emotional part behind people. What do they value? What's important to them? Why are they making some of the decisions that they make? And then the other one is behaviors. That is another one that people don't really understand. What are their shopping behaviors? Are they window shoppers? And then they take a while, like, are they impulse buyers, or do they go searching for the best deals? Do they look for reviews instead? What type of people are they? What's their lifestyle? Do they work from home? Do they go out of the house to work? Things like that. Because knowing all that information is what helps you connect your products to them.
Wow.
And so once you make that connection, once you know these things about them, then you can really, really, really start crafting marketing messages that's going to have them being like, yes, I need that.
Wow.
Yes, I need that. If you know that your target audience prefers to have organic items, then you're probably not going to want to be targeting them if you don't sell organic items. If you know that free shipping is something that's important to your target audience, then when you're putting out posts, you're going to be talking about how you offer free shipping on all orders. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
Once you figure that stuff out, then yeah.
Oh, wait. Oh, that's hard. And then you talked about the marketing, because it's the other thing. Like, a lot of people want to know, like, the marketing. That's what people want to know. They want to know the marketing, but you can't do the marketing unless you know this. But the marketing messages, tell me just like one marketing channel that if you knew your target audience, you could put it in one marketing channel, like an email or an ad or an influencer. You could do something and really, blow up a sale or run it up for the holiday. Like, give me a marketing channel that you like to use your message that you have found from your target audience.
Facebook ads.
Oh man. Oh man. So them messages, you throw that in your ads.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that's hard. That's hard.
Yeah, that's another thing. Like, you need to know how your target audience speaks.
Wow.
So if your target audience speaks proper language and your posts are in slang, they're gonna be like, eh. And vice versa. If your target audience is usually like, like to cut a rug and, but you so proper and stiff in your wording, they're going to be like, eh, and keep scrolling. So you have to know that sort of stuff. So yeah, when it comes to Facebook ads, not only do you need to have a good product and good pictures or video, not only does your copy need to be really well. So the message, the text that you have that goes along with it, but your targeting needs to be on point too. And if you don't know those things that I just talked about, where are they hanging out? What type of TV shows are they watching? What type of music are they listening to? What Instagram pages are they doing? What do they like to do for fun? If you don't know that information, you're not going to know how to target them so that your Facebook ads are successful. So yeah.
Wow, that's crazy. So I know too, like, you've worked with influencers and stuff before. So how does that play into like the influencer game?
Yeah. So same. In order for me to pick a influencer who's going to work really well or who's going to be successful at helping me with whatever goal I decide, whether or not that's brand awareness, sales, Instagram growth, whatever the case may be, I have to make sure their target audience, I have to make sure their audience is a part of my target audience.
Right.
So you have to make sure that the influencer that you're wanting to work with, the people who are following them, is your target audience. Hey. So if you don't know who your target audience is, then you're just kind of going blindly out here, trying to find influencers, and then it's not going to be successful. The campaign is not going to be successful at all. So yeah, so I when I choose my influencers and I choose the people that I want to work with, I make sure they fall within the demographic that their audience falls within the demographic that I'm trying to reach. But then also them, do they themselves, because they're going to be rocking my t-shirt, so for example, if my target audience for the people that I target are between 35 to 44. Now I have people who are above that who buy from me. I have people who are below that who buy from me, but I probably don't want to have a 17-year-old as an influencer. I probably don't want to have a 22-year-old as an influencer, because it's not going to match up to who I'm trying to target.
Even if they got 8 million followers.
Even if they got 8 million followers. Yep.
Yeah, that's fine. Yep. That's fine. And I think that's where a lot of people run into, as well. They might see somebody and they have a large following, but maybe that following doesn't so much line up with what they've created. And then, they try some things and they're like, oh, it didn't work. But
it didn't work. Yep.
They didn't have it right at first. That's crazy.
And then I can do a whole nother thing on influencer marketing. But another thing is people go into working with influencer thinking that sales is the only option. Like, sales is not the only option for you, as a goal for you, or that you can get out of working with an influencer. Like I said, when I first started, I used influencers to grow my following.
Wow.
I used to do giveaways with influencers. And so, but again, it was influencers who had my target audience.
Right.
So when they posted saying, hey, we're doing a giveaway, go follow this page, they came over to my page and was like, oh, okay, yeah, let me follow her. You know what I'm saying? And so that's another thing too, is you can have plenty of other goals other than just sales, and there are a lot of other benefits too. And another one is the pictures. Like, some of my best pictures that I use, like in my Facebook ads, were from influencers. Wow. And those pictures make me a whole lot of money. So.
Wow. Rocky, you chose the right people. So
exactly.
There's a lot of people out there. So what I'm hearing from this though, and what's standing out to me is there's a lot of people that want to make t-shirts. There's a lot of people who want to learn how to run Facebook ads bad. There's a lot of people who want to work with influencers. There's a lot of people who want to build a community and do these things, but I think they're putting the focus on the wrong thing first. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's okay to want to do those things. Yes, those are exciting activities, but we want to make sure that you can maximize those activities when you get to it. And I think that's just extremely powerful. So Twana, when you work with your students, right? And when you work with the groups and the people who come to you, and they, I just saw a whole bunch of people. I asked a little bit earlier and I was like, put a 1 if you don't know. it looks like we got maybe 20 plus, you know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
20 people, 15 people, something like that, who said one. And I appreciate y'all saying that. It's okay, because it's the
Mhm.
thing. You have to acknowledge it in order to get it right. You know what I'm
Yep.
saying? So I respect that. So we got people, but when they come to you, what's like the process? You know what I'm saying? Like the outline of how you work with them. Like what's the time for? How long is it going to take them to do the steps? You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Yeah.
And go through it. Talk to me about that.
Yeah, I'm glad you asked that, because what I definitely want to make sure that no one thinks that after you do my workshop tomorrow that you're going to come out knowing everything you need to know about your target audience, because that's not the case at all.
You
It
got to
is
do
a
the work.
process.
You got to
It
do the
is a
work.
process. Yes. So what we'll go through is those 4 categories and the things you need to know within those 4 categories. And so we'll work through what are some of those questions. How are these things connecting to your audience? How are these things going to make your audience and the people you want to buy from you say, okay, this is for me? What are these questions that you need to be asking yourself to figure out how you can market to them more specifically? And so most of the people who took my last workshop
Yeah.
was like, whoa, like I have never thought about a lot of these questions. I didn't even know I needed to know these questions. And luckily, most of them left saying, I got a lot of work to do.
Right.
Because once you get to that point, then it's time to get to work on doing your research and finding out the answers to these questions. Because I'm giving you the questions that you need to ask yourself, but you have to do the work figuring out the answer from your target audience. And so once you do that, once you start to better understand, okay, these are the things I need to know, then it makes it a little bit easier for you to identify how you're going to find that information out. I'll also tell you some things for you to do to start getting some of that target audience research too. And then it just kind of goes from there. But it still doesn't stop there. Like I'm going to be sending out a survey to my customers, if not this month, next month, and I'm about to celebrate 4 years.
Wow.
So I'm still surveying my customers because
Wow.
it can change. So it is never a done situation. It is constantly ongoing, again, because it is like any other relationship that you have to continue to nurture and continue to get to know them more.
Wow.
My husband and I have been together for 21 years.
Yeah.
And I still have to identify, what he likes, what he doesn't like, because that may change. That may change for him. That may change for me.
Right.
And so, it's just an ongoing thing, definitely.
Wow. First off, congratulations. When's the 4 years?
June 26th.
Oh man, it's right around the corner. Congrats. Yep. Hey, but that's longevity though. You know what I'm saying? Like T-shirt millionaires. I know y'all watching this right now. And you like, man, I want to have a brand that, not a one-hit wonder that is up and it's just out of there. I don't want to, be one of those ones that just come in and I step my feet in and then I'm out and I'm gone. You want to stick around. But Twana says, look, it's about longevity. It's about, I'm still getting to learn. I'm still trying to figure out and understand who my audience is. And at the same time, they're going to learn the things that's different about me and how the brand has grown, right? And different stuff like that. So that's fire. I love that. Real quick. So I want to go back over to this process. And the other thing too, before I go back, y'all, I put in the chat, and I think there's a T-shirt right here. But it's work, but it's worth it. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah.
It's work, but it's worth it. And this is the work T-shirt millionaires that we got to put in to our brand. Y'all want to take y'all brands up to 6-7 figures. Y'all want to have longevity. Y'all want to build a community. Y'all want T-shirts that y'all customers are going to rave over. You get your foundation right. This is the start of it. So I want y'all to realize that. Now, with that being said, I'm going to come back over. I just want to get people understanding, you know what I'm saying, real quick, what's happening, you know what I'm saying? Let's talk about this real quick. So y'all see up above, she say, get crystal clear on who your target audience is. When it comes to your target audience, exactly who, how, where, and what. But that's hard. Let me tell y'all what some of the people say. Look, this training was everything. Twana is an excellent coach. Really got the group thinking about who their target audience is. I'm so excited. Great training. Looking forward to more. The training was very informative. Some of the questions of the target audience worksheet weren't even a thought until I looked at the training. So, you know, one thing that I'm sitting here as I'm looking at this, I'm like, people like you are unlocking people's brain to see something that they did not see or think before. Yep. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think that's the beautiful thing about it. You know, as you doing what you do, Twana, like, why does that fulfill you? You know what I'm saying? That to help people understand and get clarity on that.
Because again, like that was the thing that I was noticing a lot of people didn't have a good understanding of. And so that I feel like is what was causing causing their brands to not be moving at the rate in which they wanted it to move in. And so, you know, I want everybody to win. You know what I'm saying? There's enough money out here for all of us.
Right.
Get it, you know? And so I was just like, since this seems to be the struggle for most people, let me do something to help them, because at least once they get this part, then they can continue to move forward and then figure out how they need to tweak things from there. But what I didn't want is for people to put all this work in, learn about marketing, learn about growing your Instagram, learn about Facebook ads, and then not have that part. Because if you don't have that part, none of that other stuff is going to work.
It ain't going to work.
It causes people to be frustrated. And then they're like, I'm putting in all this work and nothing is happening. And then they want to quit. And so I'm like, let me just help people get this foundation. So they can soar from there. So,
yeah. Oh man, that's amazing. So listen, so your training your workshop is tomorrow. All right. What time tomorrow?
5 Central. It's from 5 p.m. to 8 o'clock Central.
5 Central. All right. So, you know, the people who are, you know, at this point, you know, somebody might be sitting and thinking to themselves right now, man, I need to figure out who this audience is. I wish, like, I'm struggling. I know I got this idea. I got something that can work. You know, I want to go ahead and get in. What y'all should do is you go to Girl Code Win. That's the website, right? Girl Code Win.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
All right. So they need to go to girlcodewin.com. And matter of fact, I'm just going to go ahead and pull it up on my screen. Y'all make sure, look, man, we're in the screenshot age. You know what I'm saying? Y'all make sure y'all go ahead and screenshot, do what you got to do. But let's come back over here. First off, you know, outside of that, Girl Code Win. Let's win together. You serve. Who you serve, Twana?
I serve women in e-commerce. Guys, the workshop is still open to you.
Yeah.
My focus, again, my target audience is women who have e-commerce brands, but the workshop is definitely open to guys as well, though.
Absolutely. And so you got one-on-one, you got website audits, but it's target audience. Tomorrow they can come through. They're able to join. It's $197. And the beautiful thing about it is, y'all, I just want to come back on. Let me put myself on full screen real quick. She using e-commerce tactics as she's promoting. You know what I'm saying? She putting her info out there. She got quiet pay. She got buy now, pay later. You know what I'm saying? We talk about you talking about selling t-shirts. She giving you the game as you checking out. You know what I'm saying? Let me go back over here real quick, man. Let me go back over here real quick, man. So look, we got $197, but she got quiet pay. All right. 4 interest fee payments of $49.25. So you can break that up in 4 payments. All right. What's the other details about that, Twana?
Yeah, so I saw somebody in the comments who was talking about attending the class before, and appreciate you. I'm so glad it was helpful for you. But one of the things she said is she loved how they collaborated in groups. This is the last time, you guys. This is the last time that I'm offering this training live. Moving forward, it will be recorded. The beauty of that is 2 things. One, exactly what Jen was just talking about. You're collaborating with other business owners. You're collaborating with other people. And so a lot of times, like I'm a firm believer in, 2 heads are better than 1.
Wow.
I'm pretty good, but I don't know everything. And so collaborating with other people and putting more brains into it helps you think better. You know what I'm saying? So on the last one, there were even things that I didn't think about. So we'll do breakout sessions. And then after the breakout sessions, we come back and we just kind of debrief and, see what people talked about. They added questions that I didn't even have. You know what I'm saying? So that's the beauty of working with other people and, starting to find your tribe too. That's also another good way to start to find your tribe. But then the other thing is they were able to ask me questions live right there, on the workshop. And so moving forward with the recording, you're not going to have that option to be able to ask me questions too.
Right.
So that's another thing for you guys to think about is it's going to be the last time that it's live. So
that's hard. So Twana, is it so how long is it? How long is the workshop?
it's 3 hours. It's
3 hours. All right, so 3 hour workshop.
Much longer.
So 3 hour workshop that y'all are able to get on. No, and I'm with Twana. See, a lot of people I know for a fact, people love that personal touch. If they could choose between a video and being able to, and I guess everything is video, right? But if they could choose through like a course or just like a regular video and then interacting, people want that interaction all day because you can ask personal stuff about your brand. You can get clarity on certain topics, all these different things. And so that's the beauty of it. I want y'all to realize that component in itself is worth everything. You know what I'm saying? Because this is the last time she's going to be doing it live. So to be able to get in, interact with somebody who has produced the results that she's produced, I think that is extremely valuable. So I went ahead, y'all, and I pasted a link. All right. The link is in the chat. But at the same time, y'all can go to girlcodewin.com. Go ahead and check it out. You can go ahead and register, get on that tomorrow, and start figuring out your target audience. So with that being said, I saw somebody, like you said, in the chat. Big shout out to Jen, I think. The target audience workshop definitely helped me see what I was doing wrong and how to correct it. Didn't know anything about psychographics. Now I do. And I love we collaborated in groups. That's fire, man. That's fire. That's fire. That's fire. Okay. All right. So I see you. Good review for sure. So look, Twana, what's the next steps, man? People just go to the website. They go check out. They can get it in. Is it when does it close? When does everything close out?
Yeah, I'm gonna close out registration probably unless it sells out first. I'm gonna close out registration probably about 2:00 Central tomorrow because I want to make sure everyone who registers get all of the information they need, and I just want to make sure everyone has enough time to be able to access all that information first. So
okay. So look, time's counting down. Y'all make sure y'all go do that. So for the person, the person that's starting out, Twana, we're gonna leave with this last piece of advice, and I think it just go into what we talking about already. But the person who is just starting, and they got an idea, and they say, I'm a basketball player. Like, I wanna create a brand about basketball. What you gonna tell them to do? What's what you gonna tell them to do when they tell you that they want to create a brand about basketball?
So the first question is going to be, what about basketball?
Ooh.
How?
Okay.
What exactly in terms of basketball? What's going to be your messaging? What's going to be your branding values that's going to help you connect to whoever it is you're trying to reach? So are you going to be looking for people who play basketball? Are you going to be looking for moms of basketball players? Are you going to be looking for just lovers of basketball, NBA basketball, lovers of college basketball? Like, what exactly about basketball are you wanting to emphasize on so that you can cater your messages directly to them? So
wow, that's hard. So man, something just like basketball, you got all those different aspects of basketball. Yep. Like, it's a niche within a niche.
Yep.
Wow. Okay, I love it. Somebody said it's five. What time Eastern? 6? That's 6?
Yeah, that's 6:00 Eastern, 6 to 9 Eastern, 5 to 8 Central.
6 to 9 Eastern, 5 to 8 Central. Okay. And then y'all still early in the day out in Cali. All right. That's what's right, man. I love it. Okay, Miss Twana. Well, look, I appreciate this. I know the T-shirt Millionaires family, they appreciate you sharing this game. It was a lot of gold, a lot of gems dropped on us tonight. Everybody, y'all make sure y'all go run over to Girl Code Win, grab your spot, and start getting your target audience. If y'all want to take it to the next level, You need to get this get this done. Get it done, get it knocked out, and it's gonna carry you so far later on. So where can they follow you at, Twana?
Yeah, Girl Code Win. Girl Code Win on Instagram, Girl Code Win on Facebook. I have a Facebook group as well, Girl Code Win, too. And so yeah, come holler at me.
All right, I appreciate you, family. Many, many blessings. We'll be in touch.
Bye.
All right, talk soon. All right, bet. Yeah, man, y'all better go tap in and get that, man. Y'all need to go ahead and get that. Don't play with yourself. You know what I'm saying? It's time to go take it to the next level. It's time to take it serious. It's time to get tapped into your target audience. It's time to build something, you know what I'm saying, that can take you far. 3, 4, 5 years, you know what I'm saying? But I love it, man. Twana, man, she's the truth. For y'all who don't know, if y'all haven't watched the interview I did with Twana, you know, she's built a great brand. Personally, this is something that she teaches, but, you know, she does day to day as well. And she runs an amazing brand. And so, you know, I always going to try to do everything that I can possible to bring you the resources, bring you the people, bring you the coaches that are validated, stamped to help y'all take things to the next level. So just go over Girl Code Win. All right. Go to Girl Code Win. Go ahead, sign up for the workshop. It's tomorrow. I guarantee that you're going to get some valuable gems. But there's one disclaimer. Y'all got to work. It's one thing to learn. It's another thing to implement. So go ahead and work, get in, learn, ask questions, but go ahead and implement. And so I appreciate y'all, family. Thank y'all so much for rocking out with the kid. You know what I'm saying? We're going to take things to the next level, keep moving it up. We got some good interviews coming up this week. And as I always say, man, you can see it in your mind's eye. One day you're going to see it with your real eyes. I appreciate it, family. Talk soon. Many, many blessings. Happy Sunday. We'll be blessed. Talk soon. All right.